Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to What's in Your Mind podcast. And I'm your host, Faith Omboro. And I'm so excited that you're here with me today. This podcast is brought to you by Center of Innovation Network, or CIN, where wellness is at the core of all innovation. At CIN, we believe that when you take care of your mental and physical health, you unlock the power to innovate and create the life you truly want. And today, we are diving deep into a very powerful concept. You are the creator of your own reality. Now, this is something I'm really passionate about. It's something that changed my life in such profound ways. I want you to think about something right now. Have you ever stopped to think about the fact that you are in control of your life? And I mean, truly in control. You are the architect, the artist, and the director of your own reality. I know it can feel overwhelming at times, but trust me, when you understand and embrace this concept, it's like unlocking the ultimate superpower. So let's dive in and explore how you can consciously begin creating the life you desire. Are you happy? Well, I'll start with a concept about how your thoughts shape your reality. Here we are going to be exploring the power of thoughts and how they shape what we experience in real life. Okay, let's start with something fundamental. I know you must come across, or you've heard this phrase, what you think you become. Well, it's true. Thoughts are incredibly powerful. They are like magnets, drawing in the experiences, people and opportunities that match the energy of the thoughts you put out there. Your thoughts are not just random things floating around in your head. No, they are actively creating the world around you. Now, I know that you might be thinking, Faith, how can my thoughts possibly create my reality? There's so much that happens outside my control. And you are right. There are external factors that affect us, like the people we encounter or the situations we find ourselves in. But the power lies in how you respond to those external factors. Your thoughts shape your perception of those experiences. For example, if you got an email with bad news early in the morning, your immediate thoughts might be, this is the worst thing ever. My day is ruined, my life is ruined, I have invested a lot. But let's flip that. What if instead your first thought was, okay, this is a challenge, but I'll figure it out and I'll figure out how to move forward? Do you see the difference? When you change your thoughts, you change the way you experience your life. Well, in my own life, there was a time when I was constantly doubting myself. Apparently, I got a very big opportunity, and I thought I didn't deserve that opportunity. Every day felt like a struggle. But because this is something I'm fighting, it's like having conflict with yourself. You've been offered an opportunity, but you're like, no, I don't deserve it, or I'm not enough, or I'm not going to deliver. But when I started to shift my mindset and believe that I was capable of making a change, that I was worthy of success, that's when things started to shift. I began focusing on thoughts that were aligned with what I truly wanted. And let me tell you that was the beginning of a new life. That made all the difference. Now, I want us to explore another concept about the power of beliefs. The power of the beliefs that we have. We are going to be exploring how they limit or empower us and how to shift limiting beliefs. Now, let's talk about something even deeper. Beliefs. Your beliefs are the foundation of everything. They are the lens through which you see the world. If you believe that the world is full of opportunities, then that's exactly what you'll experience, and vice versa. But if you believe that opportunities are scarce, or that you are not good enough to achieve your goals, well, don't I have news for you? You'll see that as well. Beliefs are tricky because we don't always recognize how much power they have over us. And many are the beliefs that we have not been able to create the beliefs. We have only been able to live according to the beliefs that we have found, or we have been programmed to live in accordance with. You see, but most of our beliefs are formed early in life, and many of them come from the people who love us, but maybe didn't have the tools to empower us. Our families, the people who are close to us, maybe you were told that you weren't good at maths, or that you never be successful unless you followed a certain path. Let me give you a scenario. When I was very young, I think I was at what we call baby class in the previous system of education that we have in Kenya. And I had a great teacher, but a teacher that I think I remember her calling my dad at the end of the term, because it was at the time whereby each and every person at our class had known how to write their names, but unfortunately I couldn't be able to write the name Faith. Well, I don't know if it's because I couldn't, or because I didn't take life as serious as I should have, per se. But at the end of the term, I was not able to write my name. And I remember that teacher telling my dad clearly that Faith is a slow learner. And I'm very sure that next year she's going to be taking the class again. She's not going to go ahead or go to the next class with the fellow students because she's a slow learner. She's not getting anything, And let me tell you, that was very simple because I was very young, and maybe the teacher didn't notice that might even affect me. But let me tell you, and I came to learn this after a very long time now, when I was trying to become aware of my patterns and becoming aware of my beliefs and who I am and why I am that way. I came to know that I wasn't performing well in school because I still had that belief. I'm a slow learner, so I will not always capture everything. And as simple as that, it affected my studies. Something that even caused me not to have so much interest in my studies. That simple thing of being told that I was a slow learner. Those beliefs become so ingrained that they shape how we think, feel, and act. But here's the exciting part. You can change your beliefs, like the way I've done now. It's not easy, I'll tell you that. And it takes time. But you have the power to shift your limiting beliefs. For example, when I started CIN, I had this belief that only certain people could make a difference, that only those with a certain background or resources could create something impactful. But the more I worked on changing that belief, the more I realized that everyone has the ability to create change, regardless of their starting point. Well, here I am, director and the executive director of Center of Innovation Network, and also the host at What's in Your Mind podcast. Changing your beliefs is about awareness. Once you notice what beliefs are holding you back, you can start to challenge them. Ask yourself, is this belief helping me? Is it serving my purpose? If not, it's time to replace it with one that does. Start by affirming the belief that aligns with the reality you want to create, not the reality you have been living, not the reality you have been experiencing, but the reality you want to create. Now, I want us to now see the importance of taking action to manifest your desired reality. Action is the bridge between thought and reality. It's not always about thinking. No. The difference between the person who is successful and a person who is quote unquote not successful is actions. So, actions is where the magic happens. You can think all the positive thoughts you want, and you can have the most empowering beliefs. But if you don't take action, none of it matters. None. I love the quote, a dream without action is just a wish. You have to get out there and take steps towards your goals. Even small actions create momentum. It's like a snowball. Once you start rolling, things pick up speed. For example, let's say you want to start a business, but you are unsure where to begin. It can feel overwhelming, right? But the key is break it down into tiny, actionable steps. Maybe your first action is researching the industry. Then your next step is creating a business plan. And the next is talking to potential clients or partners. It's all about doing something. Anything that brings you closer to your goal. But here's where it gets tricky. What if you take action and things don't go as planned, What if you fail? Let me tell you something. Failure is part of the process. And actually, when you start taking failure as lessons, not as failure, not as something that should put you down, you learn something new and you get one step closer to success. Each and every time you fail, you get closer to success. So take that action with confidence and know that each step, even if it doesn't turn out as expected, it's leading you in the right direction. For me, here I am doing the podcast and the Center of Innovation Network. I'm taking an action. I'm keeping the ball rolling. You see, it's as simple as that. You have to make it something doable, something reasonable to you. You have a big dream, but you have to break it down. And one other major sector or one other major factor is gratitude. And I want to talk about how gratitude shifts your vibration and brings more abundance into our lives. Gratitude and vibrational alignment. You get it? So when you talk about gratitude, this is one of the most powerful tools you can use to create your reality. Gratitude is like a magnet for more of the good stuff. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you start to vibrate at a higher frequency. And when you vibrate higher, you attract more of what you want into your life. You get it? So you're shifting from being that person who is seeing that things are not working in his or her life. And then you're coming to this version of you whereby you're focusing on the things that are already working. Now, this has to come with a lot of awareness and a lot of consciousness in your life, of your thoughts, of your emotions, of your actions, seeing how your life is. Okay? But gratitude isn't just about saying thank you for the big things. No, it's about appreciating the small things too. The ability of me coming here and being able to connect with you. I'm grateful for that. You know that? You being able to listen to me. I'm grateful. You see? The warm cup of coffee in the morning. You see? The beautiful sunsets. the beautiful sunrise, the birds chirping in the morning, the beautiful mountains, beautiful people, meeting people, being able to have a bed to sleep on. You see, a kind word from a friend, when you meet a person and they say you're so beautiful, you smell good. The more you focus on these things, the more your reality shifts. I remember when I started practicing daily gratitude, my entire perspective changed. At first, it felt like, this is a small thing. But over time, I started noticing more and more things to be grateful for. And as I focused on those things, more abundance started flowing into my life. Because, first of all, you have to understand that abundance is our state of being. But you have to become aware of it. You get it? So as I focused on those things, more abundance started flowing into my life, because now I'm in the receptive mode. I'm not resisting life. I'm already seeing the things that are working in my life and I'm appreciating. So it's like the universe wants to give you more and more of what you're grateful for. So make it a daily habit to express your gratitude. So let me ask you, if today I gave you something and maybe just a bottle of water and you told me, thank you so much, Faith. And maybe another person, I gave them a bottle of water and they said nothing. They were just complaining about, oh, you just gave me a bottle of water. Maybe I wanted a whole, you see, 5 liter bottle rather than 500 ml. How would I feel? That is the same thing in life. You have to become grateful and you have to become aware of the things that are working in your life. And in that state, you're going to be seeing more of things and you're going to be in the receptive mode in your life. Well, summing up, empowering listeners, because you also empower me. I want to leave you with this. You are the creator of your own reality. You have the power to choose your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Your reality isn't something fixed or an unchangeable thing. It's like a reflection of your inner world. And if you don't like what you see, you have the ability to change it. It all starts within. So take charge. Come on, take charge, my love. Start shifting your thoughts. Replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Replace that being a slow learner with a fast learner. Because you are who you think you are. Okay? Take consistent action. And most importantly, stay grateful for the journey you are on. Every step, no matter how small it is, you waking up in the morning, it is a step towards the life you want to create. Okay? It is. Well, thank you so much for joining me today on What's in Your Mind podcast. And if you want to be hosted in one of our podcasts, kindly reach out to us via our email, centerofinnovationnetwork@gmail.com. I'm Faith Wamburu, and I'm glad you are here. Remember, you are not the problem. You are the solution. Until next time, keep creating your reality, because why not? Bye-bye. See you next time. And I love your feedbacks on this podcast. And also, let me know what's in your mind after listening to this podcast. Bye-bye. It's been great. Thank you. Love you all.